Today we experience intense. Okay, the energy will not leave you unchanged. One bold choice may redefine your life forever. So today we may feel a quiet urge to break free from everything that feels predictable, everything that feels confining. We're being invited to step beyond the familiar into a realm where innovation and authenticity and courage leads the way. It's a call to reinvent. It's a call to reimagine, realign with a version of ourselves that we may only now be discovering, actually. It is an energy that asks, who am I when I strip away all the expectations and obligations and limitations, all the things that I have accepted as my reality? And what kind of life am I ready to create? Okay, this energy asks us to be brave enough to create change. And with such intensity comes a choice, okay? To embrace the changes that call to us, or to resist and remain within our comfort zone. Either way, this energy will not leave you unchanged. So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We will gain an understanding of this energy and learn how to embrace it. By the end of our time together, my hope is that you have the tools, the insight, the wisdom to go forward with a confidence, with clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your daily focus, January the 21st, 2025. So today we have the energy of the 21. The 21 tells us that there is a brand new world awaiting us. But there are some things that we need to tidy up on. Loose ends to tie up. Completions, healing, forgiveness. To let it go, to, I see that threshold again that we are crossing over, and we slam the door shut on our yesterdays, going in search of what is calling to us. When we are brave enough to listen to the very core of who we are, what is it? What is calling us? What are we being pushed towards? What is coming up in our awareness? These are the things that we have to look at so that, there's a brand new world awaiting for you. Absolutely. It's right around the corner. Okay, so what doesn't have value in your life, what needs to go, where there needs to be completions, where there needs to be endings, this is a time to do it. We're under a full moon energy as well. So, beautiful time for releasing and healing. 2 + 1 is a 3 energy. The 3 energy is about transformation. The 3 energy is our voice, our thoughts. It's about our curiosity and our creativity. And if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 1 + a 3 + a 9, which is a 13 energy. The 13 energy is an amazingly lucky number. But what happens to us under a 13 energy may not feel so lucky. And so we have to learn to go with the flow and know that what happens to us each step, under a 13 energy or not under a 13 energy, whatever happens to us, we need to accept, we need to embrace, we need to go with the flow, and we will come out the other side just fine. It's almost like fighting an undercurrent. Okay, I live near a river, and so there's undercurrents there. And so one of the first things Dad taught us about swimming, and once we could do the doggy paddle, was take us to an undertow to teach us about it. And to be pulled down into that undertow and feel totally relaxed. To not fight it at all, and you pop up somewhere else. And he didn't push us into the undertow, but he told us about it and how we could feel it. And so he felt around trying to find it so that we could feel it, to be aware of it, so we wouldn't get pulled into the undertow. But if we did, the more you fought it, the more chances you had to drown. The odds went way up. But if you relaxed, if you went with the flow, you came out the other side, and it was a bit of an adventure. 1 plus 3 is a 4 energy. The 4 energy is about having our ducks in a row. It's about our foundations. It could be about home and family, absolutely. Or building our security, our feeling of safety. Sun is in Aquarius. Now our moon is in Libra during the morning, but by about 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will have moved into Scorpio. And Scorpio is all about digging deep and unearthing the truth. So it really goes hand in hand with what I'm going to say next, okay? Because we know that the sun has just entered Aquarius. And when it does, it meets Pluto at the gates, at the entranceway in. So the sun and Pluto conjunct. Very powerful, intense energy. Now, the sun represents our core identity, our vitality, our ego, our confidence, and Pluto represents death and rebirth, transformation, our hidden fears, our hidden desires. And the result is a very powerful opportunity for transformation in our life. This isn't easy energy. This isn't casual energy. This isn't a whisper, a soft whisper, as I sometimes say. It's the kind of shift that asks us to go deep, to explore parts of ourselves we really don't feel comfortable visiting. We may not like that part of ourselves too much. Or we're embarrassed for it, or we're not sure what people would think if we let that part of ourselves out, whatever it might be. It's intense, okay? It's intense. But in that intensity lies the potential for profound growth. Okay, the light from the sun is shone right on Pluto's transformative power. It helps us to see what we've been holding back, or how we've been holding back, or what has been holding us back, and where we are ready to reclaim our strength, our power. We may notice different themes rising to the surface. Okay, patterns in our relationships, or decisions we might be postponing, or maybe we have been suppressing some feelings. Okay, and it's not a time to brush it aside, sweep it under the cover, the carpet, the cover, under the covers. Yeah, I did put it under a cover, throw a cover over it. It's like the man who wheeled out of work every night with a wheelbarrow and a tarp over it. You know, he put the cover over it, and the guard stopped him and checked the wheelbarrow out under the tarp. There's nothing. Okay, have a good night. Next night, another wheelbarrow with a tarp over it, and the security guy goes, he's got something. He's doing something. Lifts up the tarp, nothing. Okay, see you later. This goes on for about 2 weeks. He goes, finally the guy retires, right? This is just before his retirement. He starts doing this. Then he retires, and the guy says, I have to ask you, what was with the wheelbarrow and the cover over it? He says, what were you trying to smuggle out of there? He says, the wheelbarrows. So, where was I? Embracing our feelings. Yeah, see how I'm ignoring it? Because we want to understand really where they began, the roots, okay? And use that awareness to make changes that really feel aligned with our truth. Okay, where have we been holding back? Okay, where do we feel stuck in a part of our life, our career, our relationships? Maybe we just crave that inner balance. We feel kind of off center. This is a moment to look at what's keeping us there, okay? Get curious, okay? Ask yourselves, what am I ready to release? Or better yet, what am I ready to claim? It's time to let go of what no longer serves us. To use that 21 energy that came in today and step into our full unapologetic power, okay? Our authenticity, our true self. So ask yourself, where have I been holding back? It could have been out of fear, self-doubt, resistance to change. And we need to peel back the layers to reveal our authentic self, to reclaim our power. This is the time to explore our deepest motivations and our deepest desires, and release any old baggage that you start to trip over during that quest. Understand where you've been. Recognize the power you already hold. And Begin. Start. Take an intentional step towards becoming more of who you truly are. What parts of your life feel ready for transformation? So harness your power and create meaningful change in your life. Okay. Maybe in me telling that, I'm wondering why I had to tell that story. So maybe it's about, we sit back and we see what was so obvious that we couldn't see before. Because for one reason or another, we were too close at the time. I don't know. I said it for a reason. I just don't know why. Okay. Underlining energy is, I kid you not, the sun. Yeah. Our light shines brightly. It shines on Pluto. The sun represents us, who we are. So in really a roundabout way, we personally are having, each and every one of us is having a conversation with Pluto. And we're telling Pluto, we want to go forward. How can we do this? And Pluto says you have to let go of this and you have to step into that. Be the warrior. Don't accept failure. Only forward movement. Only towards successes. So let go of the baggage. Let your light shine on your desires, your dreams, of who you truly are, of who you are truly meant to be. This is a time to celebrate our accomplishments, to look back and know that we have accomplished many things in our life. If you're very much a person that beats yourself up, then write down 2 or 3 of those accomplishments so that when self-doubt starts coming in, you can pull out that piece of paper and say, oh, no, I am accomplished. Know your uniqueness and use that uniqueness to push yourself forward. You were given that uniqueness for a reason, so use it. Embrace whatever happens under this energy. Because we are ready to go forward. We are ready to step towards that gateway, that entranceway, that new pathway. Our first card is, what did I say at the beginning of January? We're just going to have to just throw aside the minor arcana in the tarot decks and just read the major arcana, because it's all we'll be getting this year. And here we have the Magician. The Magician stands there, one arm up, one arm down, one arm facing upwards, sending forward our dreams, our desires, our wants, our wishes, and the arm down to bring it back down and cement it into reality, to ground it into a reality. So what are we asking the Magician for? Now, whenever the Magician shows up in the very first spot, I need to warn you that he is also the trickster. Okay, he was the only one, okay, the Magician, that could insult the Emperor or the Empress and get away with it. To be able to say it as it is. So, the Magician is kind of like a trickster. And very often we can see what we want to see rather than what's truly happening. So once again, we look under the tarp, we see nothing in the wheelbarrow, we don't think anything of it, have a nice night, Sam. But in reality, had we sat there and said, well, what's he doing with the wheelbarrow then? Where did this wheelbarrow come from? We don't even think of that because we're so intent on whatever Sam's got is in that wheelbarrow, because it's a tarp is over it, a cover is over it. So take that cover off and look within and understand what you have been hiding from yourself, the part of you that you suppress, that you don't want to bring out because maybe it scares you, or maybe somebody told you to lock it up in a box and never let it out again. The Moon. We have a tower on each side, a pathway leading down. Standing in the middle, feeling free, innovative, liberated. And this is about following our heart and staying on that path of truth for ourselves, to honor our path, honor our heart, its desires, its dreams, and walk a straight path between those two towers. To bring in true balance is by listening to ourselves during this time, trusting our intuition, trusting the gut feeling, trusting our sage wisdom, our knowledge, and what we have learned along this path, because the sun is our underlying energy for this reading. So we have the sun and the moon out, okay? So our outward appearance to the world and our inner heart, our emotion, our hang on, need a drink here. Our empathy, our compassion, our love is what I wanted to say, but I was getting choked. Okay, and we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords says, yes, you are prepared. You are ready to go on new ventures, to strike out into new pathways, to go forward into uncharted territory, undiscovered territory. We don't know a lot about this path, but it's okay. Because well, this is where faith and belief come in. Knowing that there is a higher power than us. Knowing that it has all been prepared many, many, many years ago. And it's just waiting for our presence, our action, our determination, our belief in ourselves. The swords on the front of the boat represent your strength, your courage, your resilience, your determination, your patience, your loving heart, your intelligence. That is your shield of strength going forward. That you are molded into the person you are today so that you can take this journey because you were not prepared before to take it. This is the time now. You are prepared. You are ready to go forth. And yes, Aquarius especially, there's always, it's more about the collective than ourselves. It's less about the individual. It's more about the growth of the community, the family, the world. So it's not going on our own, but it's having a team around us. Whether or not they just hold us up and support us or make us laugh and smile at just the right times. See us, believe in us. Or it could be people that have skills that we do not have, and we are working together in tandem to grow our dreams stronger than we could ever do it on our own. Okay, we will get a Nature's Whispers card. Way too many cards to go after here. I love the big picture sitting up there. Well, you know what? If it's supposed to be the big picture, they'll bring it out again. So. Shift your energy. The 19. Shift your energy. Couldn't say it better myself. The 19 is the energy of the day. It is the energy of the sun. It's our ego. It's our determination. It's our accomplishments. I can't talk tonight. Shift the energy. Shift your energy with the energy that's being shifted under our feet. This is the slow part of 2025. Okay, clear your energy, the energy of those around you and the energy of your environment. Winds of change are blowing into your awareness. In order to prepare for what is ahead, begin the process of renewal. The process might include clearing away the old that no longer has a purpose in your life. It may mean changing old habits and patterns that you are ready to release. An example might be actively avoiding overly sugary foods if you're trying to eliminate sugar from your diet. That's kind of an obvious one again. We got the wheelbarrow story all over again. View this in a time of shedding that can be achieved with ease and grace. And it is a shedding that can be done with an ease and a grace. This is the time when you say, I'm doing this for me. And that's more than enough motivation to give you that determination, that patience, that perseverance to go forward in whatever endeavor you may want to step into. Okay, let's see what the animals have to say. And if you ever want to know about the decks, I do put them in the description box below with a link for even more information. Okay. We have Find Your Voice, the frog. Okay, sing, say no, express yourself. Sing your song, dance your dance, and tell your tale. Frog tells you it's time for you to find your voice. Saying no can be one of the most difficult words to speak, and yet Frog says that you've been putting too much pressure on yourself. You've been allowing others to steal your time, exhaust your energy. You haven't vocalized your dissatisfaction with it. Instead, you have quieted your voice. And by saying no, you begin to make room for things that you do want in your life. It's not easy at first, but the more you practice, the easier it will become, and the more empowered you will feel. You may have been keeping frustrations inside of you, and they need to be spoken. It could be a friend that has hurt you, a spouse who isn't listening to you, a boss or coworker who is not respecting you. It is now time for you to vocalize your feelings. In order to remove the emotion, you may want to try to begin to write down what you want to say. Practice saying it aloud. Look yourself in the mirror while you speak the words of truth. Can you see within your eyes how much this is damaging to your soul and spirit? Healing will eventually come from Frog assisting you finding your voice. Frog also reminds you to put some music on and sing. It can be in your home, your car, but sing as loud as you can. Fun or sad, it doesn't matter. Just express yourself through singing. Your throat chakra may be blocked. Put your right hand over your throat and envision a blue light circling and swirling, healing the fears that surround you. Maybe you've always wanted to be on stage, a Broadway show, or possibly a stand-up comedy act. Embrace Frog in helping you find the voice within you that may be shaky right now, but will turn steady and strong the more you practice your art. There are no restrictions. There are no limitations. So find your voice to say no. And to say that no, perhaps to take back your power. The power that you've given away. Through love, through empathy, through compassion, for all the right reasons. Sometimes you felt you were forced into it. Somebody quieted your voice. But this is the time to say no, no longer. That was yesterday. I go forward today in my truth. I celebrate my authenticity. So go forward and love yourself with all your heart. Step into your power. Embrace this energy. I would even bookmark this because it's going to come around once a year for the next 20 years of our life. So this is a very potent energy to be aware of when it's coming and to celebrate it when it does. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.